Hey everybody, Roger here. Oh, we got to talk to you guys today about this new revelation in appointing Kavanaugh over Justice Kennedy's position. So there's a new letter that Senator Dianne Feinstein had received in July, 2 months ago, regarding a very serious allegation, but one that's over 36 years old. I would say 37 years old, almost 40 years old. That is now surfacing. That now this woman, this Bernie Sanders supporter, this this vocally anti-Trump hater, is now publishing, has provided to Senator Dianne Feinstein's associates, and it reached Dianne Feinstein's desk. Now Dianne Feinstein is saying, no, we should definitely research this and make sure that the FBI has enough time to research to make sure that this is not a big deal. Well, it really is not a big deal at this point in time. There's a lot of people, it seems like these sexual allegations from like 20 years ago, on both sides, on all sides, are getting pretty fucking ridiculous. Regarding this lady named Christine Ford. Christine Ford is a professor. Just a little bit of background about her. Christine Ford is a professor at a mostly leftist school. She has donated to the Bernie campaign. She is very anti-Trump. So she has all these things going for her, or against her. We'll see. So now that we have who she is out of the way, as far as like general items, let's go ahead and read about what she has accused. Let's just go ahead and start discussing what she has accused Kavanaugh of. So back in 1980, 81 or 82, I don't know, when Kavanaugh was about 17, this girl was young as well. She claims that him and another friend, and I could be wrong about that, but him in particular for this case, had forcefully tried to sexually assault her. So again, nobody should have to go through that. But there's a lot of reasons for me to assume that this probably either didn't happen, or she's really, really, really exaggerating her claim to really push a narrative. Push a narrative to try to get his credibility killed here. Then we also need to look at where are the police reports. You know, she claims that this really has traumatized her, has hurt her emotionally, scarred her for life or whatever. Well, she was able to concentrate enough to get apparently a PhD or whatever she is at her college. I assume it's, I am pretty sure I read that it was a PhD that she's received. She's had some pretty good concentration there to not really prevent this from affecting her life all that much, if it in fact really did happen. She also didn't let it affect her all that much by not contacting authorities when it happened, or near about when it happened, or maybe even a year later, or maybe even before he got his first job as some sort of a judge, right? I mean, if you really wanted to prevent him from actually ruining the credibility of law in the United States, you would have started back in the day when he first got his license, when he first became a judge. Am I right? I would assume so. So apparently that's not the case. Apparently now is the time for her to vent her frustration, her issues, all of these things that have happened to her in the past. Now is the time. 2 months, or not, I'm sorry, right at the 11th hour before they're going to make their decision on how they're going to, if they're going to appoint him to take over Justice Kennedy's position. Again, opportunistic. I wonder if it's if Gloria Allred is going to make an appearance with her I want to be a dentist little elf hairdo.
Do you mind telling me what you do want to do? Well, sir, someday I'd like to be a dentist. A dentist?
And I wonder if she's going to make this girl cry in public again. I have no idea.
And has your client spoken to any of those other guys or that girl who could help corroborate her story?
She has not.
And why not? Is it time to do that?
That's not her job to do that. If this is going to be investigated, it should be done by investigators.
But yeah, this letter is really mental. It shouldn't be taken as credible information. Think about it, people. How many times have these blockades kept coming up in regards to anybody that is associated with Trump, or Trump tries to has his eye on for a nomination of some sort of position, only to bite them in the ass? It's happened quite a bit, and I need to backpedal a little bit. You know, she did claim that it affected her for 5 years, so approximately 5 years. It affected her from establishing meaningful relationships with men. Again, who knows if this kind of stuff is true at this point? You know, being a professor at Palo Alto University, supporting Bernie, you know, financially, I should say, and also being anti-Trump publicly. I mean, again, people, there are huge conflicts of interest here. I think this little escapade, this little knife that they try to stab in the side of this new appointee, of getting this guy appointed, is going to backfire, or rather, it's not going to work. The Democrats are definitely playing a stupid game. But whatever, let's ride this out. Let's go ahead and do this whole Me Too movement here with Kavanaugh. Let's do it. Let's see how it rides out. Let's see if it's going to be another Stormy Daniels where it leads to nothing, and just make the Dems look like another bunch of whack jobs all over again. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? I mean, what other avenues should we take at this point in time? I personally believe that we should be looking at things from a, I mean, if Feinstein obviously knows more about the law than I do, but I mean, are things really being handled legally in this whole process here? I mean, do they really have to go back that far? Maybe. I'm not arguing yes or no on that. I am arguing the timing of it all. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and Let's do Dianne Feinstein's suggestion. Let's wait till the FBI has had enough time to investigate this and see where it goes. It is what it is at this point in time. You know, they're doing everything they can to derail Trump from actually accomplishing things. Now, granted, I think Kavanaugh's going to get elected regardless, and he'll get elected after these midterm elections here. So what are you guys' thoughts? Do you think that everybody is kind of overreacting? There's a lot of evidence that is out there that is unsubstantiated, unsupported, not credible? If so, tell me in the comments below. I have been following this, but I've not been following it to a T like other people. I just read this 11th hour stupid nonsense, and I'm like, all right, there's another Stormy Daniels piece of shit piece here. So, you know, high time to start attacking them with little stuff here and there as well. I mean, let's look at Al Green with all of his. Why isn't he taken out of office right now with all of his paid cover-ups of his sexual misconduct? You know, why aren't all these leftist and left and right congressmen and probably women who have been paid out with taxpayer funds, why aren't they paying the price for certain things right now?
The Office of Compliance is like HR for Congress members, staffers, and legislative branch agencies. Some have called the money a congressional slush fund for sexual harassment payouts. But the office says the $17 million total includes settlements pertaining to a range of workplace issues, like overtime or the Family and Medical Leave Act. Last week, Congressman John Conyers confirmed his office paid what amounted to a, quote, reasonable severance payment to a former staffer who accused him of sexual harassment. He denies the charges.
Answer me that. Dianne Feinstein, answer me that. So anyways, that's all I got to say for this. Leave your comments in the comments below. Like, hate, share, subscribe. Really appreciate all of them. And we'll go from there. All right, you guys. Peace out.
Do you mind telling me what you do want to do? Well, sir, someday I'd like to be a dentist. A dentist?